widest point of the Ohio River, the city of Louisville, in one of the biggest collaborations of the entertainment world, is in final preparations for a gargantuan outdoor show involving at least 2 states, the United States military, a cadre of multimedia production companies, and the magnificent Zambelli Fireworks International. This annual blowout event, known as Thunder over Louisville, is part of a 2-week-long kickoff to the Kentucky Derby.
It's unbelievable how Thunder has grown. No matter where we are, they'll see Zambelli. Oh, wow, unbelievable. You do Thunder over Louisville. And it's becoming world-renowned. I mean, wherever you go, people are beginning to know the display.
There's a lot of people in the fireworks industry that come here to check this one out because this is the grand day of the fireworks. People are coming in from all over the country. There was 400 that came in from England last year for the show.
It gives us a chance to show off our wares. We've got 25 of the top technicians in the industry here with us, and everybody wants to come, and it should be a bang-up show with no reservations.
Antonio Zambelli founded the company in 1893, and the black book of secret fireworks recipes that he carried from Italy across the Atlantic is still kept locked up in the company's safe. Today, Zambelli Fireworks, operating out of Newcastle, Pennsylvania, is a multi-million-dollar business. Zambelli produces 3,500 displays a year, 1,800 on the 4th of July alone. They have 55 employees, but that number mushrooms to over 800 during the busy season. Zambelli marquee events include the inaugurations of 4 presidents, the National Victory Celebration to welcome home Desert Storm troops, and, of course, Thunder over Louisville. Today, Antonio Zambelli's son, George Sr., runs the company. The Zambellis understand that it's equally the pyrotechnicians and producers outside the family who are key to the success of a show, especially one as big as Thunder. The figures for the 27-minute program are staggering. Onto Louisville's 2nd Street Bridge and 3 barges on either side, over 34,000 shells and 46 tons of fireworks will be deployed, enough to fill 8 tractor trailers. 700 miles of wire cabling, 265 tons of mortars, and 1 million pounds of sand to pack the mortars securely onto barges the size of 6 football fields.
This display is more powerful than any display ever produced. It has more power than the Statue of Liberty display. And it's that concentration and magnitude in one locale that really sets this display apart from any other in the history of fireworks.
The weather forecast calls for rain tomorrow. Nevertheless, 750,000 people are expected to be on hand for the big event. The mortars are covered with plastic and tarps, which will be removed just prior to the show. Before the tarps are laid, technicians spread a layer of aluminum foil over the mortars to protect against any rain once the tarps are pulled. With the foil covers and the fact that shells carry their own internally sealed sources of fuel and oxygen, fireworks are not as vulnerable to rain as one would think.
Essentially, when the first shell goes, it's going to blow the foil off anyway, but it's used mostly so we can uncover prior to the show and then fire the show on time without having to worry about the weather conditions. You know, slight drizzle or whatever won't damage the product that's inside the tubes.
And what happens if there's an all-out downpour?
Just let it go. As long as the command center says go ahead, go, we'll shoot the show to the best of our ability.
The countdown to Thunder continues at the show command center, located in a suite high above the river site. The crew here will oversee the entire event, from an elaborate air show to fireworks finale.
The magic with what the Zambelli company has brought to this show is the pure raw power of the fireworks show that we've got going on with this. With the magnitude that they've developed over the years for this kind of show, it's an incredible half hour because we've literally got a constant finale.
A digital time code track running along with the show's musical soundtrack is sent out via radio signal to computers located on the barges and the 2nd Street Bridge. Running time code in exact sync with the music cues the firing sequence, which is preloaded onto the computers.
Each computer is connected to a main module that then sends signals to field modules, hundreds of which are all over the barges. And as you can see, here's a field module here, and the various connections are back and forth to the different field modules so that they're constantly talking and interacting with each other, so that when a 16-inch multi-break shell that needs to be fired at 5 minutes and 23 seconds, the computer will know where to fire that shell.
So what kind of fireworks will the world be seeing in the not-so-distant future? Could virtual, purely computer-generated pyrotechnics be created, projected onto, for example, a giant screen or planetarium ceiling? Could that ever replace this most immediate, almost primal connection we have with real fireworks? A more likely scenario would be that through technology, that the present displays would simply become safer and more efficient.
Technology today really exists to do fireworks in a more technical way. Using multiplexing technology, we can actually fire the same number of fireworks with much fewer cables because the signals are grouped together on a single line. We're getting on the front end of taking care of that with the computers and the different firing boxes. But as that goes down, actually you might see only one wire going to a rack.
Fewer wires would mean less setup time and less expense. This could translate to even bigger fireworks displays and more of them. Yet, as a product of our own making, the essential thing about fireworks cannot change any more than we can. They will always be at the center of our fascination with and need to control fire.
We're moving forward, as we are very rapidly right now, and with the use of computerization, electronics, and the chemistry is getting much more sophisticated. So it's going to continue to advance. Yet at the same time, what I think is you can't forget we're still dealing with fireworks. And that is something that is special, that is magic, that mankind likes, people like, and we're still going to always have that little edge, little roughness that makes it fireworks.
Today's fireworks makers use science only as a means to an end, which is to help us celebrate life. And like artists, their creations are larger than the sum of their parts. With their skill, the true masters of the form can literally transform the landscape, rivers, and sky into places of magic, with blazing color, thunderous noise, and the sounds of spontaneous joy.